Yes, I believe you will agree with me that the rich are becoming richer, but the nation is becoming poorer. The middle class is disappearing. The nation is becoming a two-class society. Very soon, you will either be rich or poor. But if I may ask, why the income gap between the rich and the rest of the populace has become so wide and growing so fast, which is eventually threatening the stability of democratic capitalism itself? In single word, the answer is education, financial education to be precise. Most of the rich people do not want you to know what they know. Most of the rich people do not want you to have the information that they have. Most of the rich people do not want you to know their secret of becoming rich. But the sky is enough for all birds to fly. My viewer, if you have any capital with you today that you need to multiply with multiple of 2 or 3 period of time like 6 to 8 weeks, I will employ you to start broiler farm today. All you need is the technical know-how of the business. But before I go to that, for the purpose of introduction, my name is Mr. Nofi Kudus Olariwaju, popularly known as Dr. Oliwet, from Greenwood Agricultural Technology and Vocational Research Institute, and a member of Nigeria Institute of Animal Sciences. In this video, I will be teaching you broiler farming business as a means of wealth creation. I personally like broiler farming business because of its quick return. Whenever I'm with my friend discussing business that can yield 100 to 200% return within a short period of time, like 6 weeks to 8 weeks, I always talk about protein broiler farming business because it has worked for me several times, and I believe it can also work for you too. All you need, as I said earlier on, is technical know-how of the business, which I'm very sure of this video you'll have all the basic knowledge that you need to start your successful broiler farming today. At the end of the video, if there is any area that you think that you need more explanation, that you think that you need more clarification, you can simply contact me to my helpline 081 3056 081 3056 4958. Broiler production is a sequential process, and the optimal performance depend on successful completion of each stage involved in production process. The complexity of broiler production mean that the livestock manager should have clear understanding of every factor that affecting the whole stage of production. That is, you as a potential broiler production manager, you should have clear understanding of complete factor affecting the whole production stage of development throughout broiler production process. The hatchery deal with the hatching egg and the cheese. The broiler farm deal with the cheese and the growing broiler, while the processing plant deal with the broiler and the carcass. And between each of these stage is transitional phase, and each transitional phase must be managed with minimum stress. But for the purpose of this video, I will talk about broiler farm and processing plants. Broiler farm, as I said earlier on, there are many stages involved in broiler production process, which I will be discussing each one of them one after the other in this video. Firstly, let's talk about farm location. Farm location simply means the process of choosing where you want to locate your farm. But there are many factors that will determine where you choose to locate your farm. Firstly, the scale of production. Do you want to go into commercial production or small scale production? If your plan or capital ability is to go into small scale production, and you are plan to raise less than 300 birds, and you have a compound or a backyard that is enough for the construction of mini broiler house that can occupy up to 300 or 200 birds, that means you can simply locate your farm at your backyard or your compound, provided that your community or society law allow that. But let's assume that you want to go into large scale production. That means you have to choose a location that is away from residential place because of the noise and pollution from poultry farms. Secondly, you need to consider the road network system or the place you plan to locate your farm. The place must have a good road network system for easy transportation, and also you must consider the drainage of the place to be well drained. And also consider the topography of the place. The land should be level, and also you must consider the security of the place you want to choose to ensure maximum security for your birds against predator and thief. Don't forget to put cost into the consideration. There are some land that are very cheap for agricultural purpose, so make sure you consider the price, the cost of this location before you decide to choose, because you must minimize the cost of production. Donald Trump said, and I quote, there is no any bad investment, but there are many bad investors. So don't be one of the bad investor. Be a good investor so your investment will give you maximum profit. And for the last thing on farm location, you should consider the availability of infrastructural facilities such as water and power supply. Yes, often find a place to locate your farm. The next thing to do is broiler house construction. And to do this, it is very simple. You just need to get some things right. Firstly, you must note that the long side of your broiler house should be in west east direction to avoid direction. The floor of the house should be concrete and flat. That the house should be a open sided house, that is no side wall or a very little height wall. You need to cover the side with net and curtain, so that when the temperature of the room is too high, you are able to roll up the curtain to allow the free flow of air. And when the temperature is too cold for the bed, you will able to roll down the curtain to restrict airflow. And you should know you need to roof the house. You can take a look at the picture of some of broiler house so that you can know what you need to construct at your farm. Construct your broiler house, you need to get all your equipment. And what are the equipment you need? You need effective feeding system, that means you need feeder. You need effective drinking system, that means you need drinkers. You need thermometer, you need weighing scale, you need bedding material, you need broom, you need shovel, you need rake, you need disinfectant. Necessary equipment I need to put in place. And after doing that, the next thing is, how do you want to get your cheese? How do you want to get your day old cheese? You need to be very, very careful at this stage. You know, when the foundation is not solid, the house might collapse. You need a very good quality cheese to start with. If your cheese are not of good quality, you will definitely have problem at the end of the production. And to avoid that, carefully examine the cheese you want to buy. You must make sure that you get your cheese from a very reliable hatchery. How do you examine your cheese? Cheese should be clean after hatchery. Good quality cheese should be able to stand firm and work well. A good quality cheese should be alert and active. A good quality cheese should have a full distracted yolk sac in navel. One of the good way of examining cheese quality is by placing the back of your day old cheese on your palm. The cheese must able to stand back firmly on your palm in few seconds. And you can do that randomly for like 30 to 40 birds from different pack. Even make sure that the cheese they want to supply you is of good quality. The next thing is to prepare your farm for the arrival of the cheese. How do you prepare your farm for the arrival of the cheese? Firstly, the house, the surroundings, all the equipment should be thoroughly clean and disinfected for the arrival of the cheese. And also, you must preheat the broiler house and stabilize temperature and humidity of the house before the arrival of the cheese. Should be evenly spread to a depth of 8 to 10 centimeters. Underline the word evenly spread of the litter material, because if the litter is not evenly spread, it will prevent the cheese from getting easy access to water and feed. Definitely affect your best performance. Let's talk about the arrival of your cheese. When your bird arrive, make sure that the bicycle, the puppy and the equipment and all get disinfected before they get entry to your farm, and make sure that the cheese that they supply you are disease free cheese and free of any disinformity. When your cheese arrive, quickly unload them and place them in already prepared broiler house. Make feed and water available immediately to the cheese. Arrange the feeding and the drinking system so that every cheese get easy access to the feed and the water. Place supplementary feeder and drinker very close to the main feeding and the drinking system. You can place paper on the floor and spread feed on it so that the bird can easily get access to the feed. Having done this, leave the cheese to settle with the feed and water for like 1 hour to 2 hours. 1 or 2 hours, you need to come back to the broiler house, check the cheese, check the feed, check the water, check the temperature and check the humidity, and make sure you make necessary adjustment wherever it is needed. Then you can continue check all these parameter within the interval of 1 hour to 2 hours and make necessary adjustment whenever you observe any abnormality. At this stage, you need to carry out another assessment for your cheese, and we call it 8 hours and 24 hour assessment. But to make it very easy to understand, let me ask you this question: if you have a visitor and he or she tell you that he is very hungry and thirsty, and you provided him or her with good food and water, what do you expect this person to do? Definitely he or she should eat well and drink well, provided the estate thought is okay. The same thing is happen to your cheese on arrival. Immediately your cheese arrive to your farm, they are very hungry, they need food, they need water, and immediately that you provide feed and water for them, you expect them to eat well and drink well as well. And this is what the assessment is all about. We want to determine whether all cheese are able to find feed and water, and how do we do that? And all we need to do is to pick cheese randomly, like 40 cheese from different points in broiler house. And what do you need to do with them? Gently feed their crop to ensure that the crop is full and soft. Cheese with full crop and soft crop indicate that the cheese are able to find feed and water. But if the crop is full but not soft, that you can still feel the texture of the feed, then that means have find feed but have not find water. And any cheese with crop that is not well full and soft simply indicate that the cheese have not find water and feed. Your first assessment at 8 hours of arrival of your cheese, you are expected to have minimum of 80% of cheese that have found water and feed. And if not, you need to make necessary correction or adjustment so that it will not affect your end result. You need to repeat this same assessment at 24 hours after the arrival of your cheese. And at this time, 95% to 100% of cheese should have find water and feed. That means all cheese should have a well full crop and soft crop. Indicate that all of them are find water and feed. Out of this indicate that there is problem somewhere which you need to detect and correct. Having done this, you need to continue maintain good management practice and good hygiene of your farm. Now we need to talk about broiler feed category. Broiler feed is divided into three categories. We have the broiler starter, the grower and the finisher. The finisher feed is the feed that you need to give to your bird at early age from day 0 to about 10 days. And you should know that this feed account for smallest portion of the total feed you need to give to your bird. Young age, the broiler chicks will not able to eat much feed compared to when they grow up. Broiler starter to your bird for day 0 to day 10, you need to change their feed to grower. You need to change their feed to grower, and this grower need to be given to them for about 14 or 16 days. And the last stage of feed that you need to give to your bird is broiler finisher, which you need to start from day 25 to slaughter age. But you need to get something clear. There are two means of getting your feed. It's either you buy commercial feed or you formulate your feed by yourself. If you are buying commercial feed, just make sure that you buy from a reliable company. With that, you have no problem with feed. But when you are formulating your feed by yourself, you must have technical understanding of feed formulation, and you must make sure that you did not compromise the nutrient requirement of the broiler that you are producing this feed for when you are formulating your feed. So make sure you give good quality feed to your bird. The next important thing to talk about is the water quality, a very important element of life. Scientific research have proven that a animal can survive up to 7 days when e get access to good water but no feed. But the animal might not able to survive more than 2 days if e get access to feed without water. This show the importance of water to the animal, but the quality of this water is of more important. You must make sure that you give good quality water to your bird. Always make sure that this water is totally free from bacterial and minerals contamination. Achieve ultimate performance of your birds. Not end this video without talking about broiler disease. But before we talk about broiler disease, let's quickly talk about vaccination. You need to vaccinate your birds against some important disease such as gumboro, Newcastle, and Mare disease. You need to carry out effective vaccination exercise. Service of any trained veterinary personnel in your area to help you with the vaccination exercise. Let's talk about disease. Broiler disease are like unwanted visitor that want to gain entrance to your farm out of your knowledge. And because disease is invisible, you might not able to see them when they are coming into your farm. And there are many disease entering points. Major one. Firstly, the hatchery. The hatchery can serve as a disease entering point, either from the hatching egg or the incubator might get contaminated from the hatchery. Also, the chicks themselves can serve as a entry point of disease. The chicks might get infected maybe from the hatchery or through the transportation system, which you need to be very, very careful with. The equipment that you are using at your farm, disease entering point to your farm. You must always thoroughly clean all your equipment and make sure they are disinfected. So the workers and you yourself can serve as disease entering point to your farm. For instance, if you visit another farm or you allowed a visitor from another farm to your farm, it is very possible that the visitor transfer disease from their home farm or from wherever they are coming from to your farm. In this case, you must only have footpath at the entrance of your farmhouse, so that before anybody can enter your farmhouse, they must be disinfected. And you can as well have extra slippers at the entrance of your pen. Change whatever they wear before to your farm slipper before they gain entrance to the farm. Use the process of spreading disease. Another disease entering point that you must know is the rodent, the insect. They can also serve as disease carrier to your farm. Control insect and rodent in your farmhouse. So the white bird can also transfer disease for a long distance to your farm if care is not taken. Also, your broiler house itself can also serve as disease entering point. That means you need to always maintain good hygiene at your farm to avoid unnecessary disease infection. But in case of incasity, you might accidentally have disease in your farm. How do you control disease? Firstly, you need to have knowledge of what is normal and what is abnormal. You need to have the knowledge of what the normal state of health of your chicks should be and what the abnormal state of health of your chicks to be. This knowledge will give you a clear understanding of how to identify a disease, and immediately you observe any abnormality in the health status of your bird, you need to seek the assistance of any trained veterinary personnel in your area. Another important aspect that you need to take good care of is litter quality. Litter quality have direct effect to your bird health. A very low moisture content litter will help to reduce respiratory problem because it will reduce the amount of ammonia present in the atmosphere, and also it will reduce the incidence of foot pad dermatitis. And to maintain good litter quality, there are some nutritional strategies that you can adopt to maintain good litter quality, such as avoiding excessive crude protein in the feed of your birds, and also avoid high salt level in the feed of the birds, because this will increase the water intake of the bird and it will cause wet litter. And also you should avoid using poorly digestible feed ingredients or too much of fiber content in your feed, and also always maintain good fat and oil level in your feed. Make sure that your drinking system is effective to avoid spill of water to the litter. So make sure you change your litter whenever you observe bad litter quality. This is how you will continue taking good management practice of your bird and ensure good biosecurity and good hygiene at your farm. You can raise the bird for 6 weeks or 7 weeks or even 8 weeks, depend on your target slaughter weight. I'm not able to end this video without talking about the marketing aspect of broiler farming business. If your plan is to process your broiler into carcass and sell the carcass to the consumer, that means you must have a processing plan where you can be slaughter and eviscerate and package your carcass to make it available to the consumer. But if you cannot avoid that, that means you need to sell your live broiler to the consumer. Where the challenges are, who do you want to sell to, how do you sell, how do you want to market your products? Because if you are unable to market this bird, the more the bird are staying at your farm, the more you'll be spending on feeding them, and with this you will be running to loss. At least for the first day of your investment, you should start working on market. Who do you want to market your product to? You can sell your broiler to restaurants, to bar, to eatery, to food canteen, to individuals. But presently, we at Greenwood Agricultural Technology and Vocational Research Institute, we are working toward packaging broiler carcass in 1 kg and 2 kg pack and make it available to the entire nation. And with this, we can easily supply the product to thousands to millions of people in the country. This will definitely reduce the issue of market problem. Before this video come to end, simply talk about how profitable this business is to you. A farm of 200 broiler capacity as a case study. Mean that you have your broiler house already. Let's start from getting the cheese. For the 200 cheese, that means you need 4 pack of cheese, and for each cheese you need and each pack of broiler cheese cost between 10,000 to 13,000 naira. But let's choose the highest. Let's assume you buy each pack at the rate of 13,000 naira, and you will need 4 pack to get your 200 cheese. That means 13,000 multiplied by 4, which will give you 52,000 naira. Write that expenditure down. Another important expenditure is the feed expenditure. I've said it earlier on that a bird will consume about 3.5 to 4 kg of feed within 7 or 8 weeks. Let you the highest figure, the 4 kg, and multiply it by the 200 bird to calculate the total number of feed that we need for the entire 200, for the whole 200 birds. This will give us 800 kg of feed. And we know, as far as this country commercial feed producer is concerned, back in 25 kg. So divide this 800 kg by 25. This will give you 32 bag of feed, and each bag of feed will cost you about 3,000 naira. Multiply this 30,000 naira by 32. This will give you 96,000 naira. This is the cost of the feed. Write it down as expenditure. Another expenditure is the cost of lighting and the cost of the heat. All this cannot cost you more than 10,000. Write it down. Another expenditure is the cost of vaccine and the drug. All this cannot cost you more than 10,000 for the 200 beds. Write it down. Another expenditure is the litter, which cannot cost you more than 10,000 again. Write it down as expenditure. And finally, the miscellaneous. Write 10,000 for your miscellaneous. And you want to work for yourself for the 6 week or 8 week. Add the expenditure together. This will give you 188,000 naira in the country. The minimum you can sell your broiler at this stage is 2,000 and 2,500 naira. The entire stock at the rate of 2,000 naira, you will have 360,000 naira as income. And if you sell the entire flock at the rate of 2,500 naira, you will have the income of 450,000 naira. Now let's do the average of 360,000 and 450,000 naira. This will give you 405,000 naira. Deduct your expenditure 188,000 naira from the 405,000 naira. You will left with 217,000. This is how you will continue multiply your capital in every production cycle. The beauty of broiler farming business. Dear viewer, I also need your help. All I need for you is to share this video to everybody that is possible for you to share it to. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page. I love you and I want you to be rich.